I'll never forget the night I locked the doors to my own barn and listened to a swarm of wasps take back what was rightfully mine. The sound alone, like a chainsaw tearing the air, still echoes in my chest. And believe me, I didn't do it out of cruelty. I did it because people who thought they were untouchable crossed a line they never should have touched. See, I'm not the type to go looking for fights. My name's Ben Walker. I've lived on this patch of land outside of Pine Valley my whole life. 18 acres, handed down from my granddad to my dad, and then to me. It's not glamorous, but it's ours, and that barn, it's not just wood and nails. It's sweat, history, memory. Most evenings, I'm in there tinkering, fixing tools, or checking on the wasp enclosures I've kept for years. Yeah, wasps. Most folks can't stand them, but out here they're better than pesticides. Nature's little soldiers keeping pests in line. I treat them with respect, and in return, they've never given me a reason to fear them. Then came her, Claudia Hayes, freshly elected president of the Pine Valley HOA, and the kind of woman who thinks every blade of grass ought to be cut to regulation height. Sharp suit jackets, polished smile, eyes like a hawk. The first time she walked up my drive, I could tell she wasn't just curious. She wanted control. Your barn, she said, flashing that rehearsed grin, is wasted on one man. Think of the community, Ben, meetings, fundraisers, social nights. All right here, under your roof. I just stared at her. You mean the roof I rebuilt with my own two hands? The barn I pay taxes for? No, Claudia. That's not happening. Her smile cracked for just a second before she slid it back on like a mask. Don't be selfish. It's just a barn. No, I told her. It's mine, and you're not stepping foot in it. I figured that'd be the end of it. Turns out, it was just the opening shot. Within days, she came back with her little entourage, clipboard warriors with tape measures, parading around my place like they owned jurisdiction. I barked through my camera's speaker. Can I help you? She smirked right into the lens and said, we're conducting an assessment. Your barn falls within HOA proximity. We're considering it a community asset. My blood boiled. It's private property. Get off my land. She just waved her hand, like I was some kid interrupting her shopping trip. Make a note about the siding. We'll draft a proposal. Then she leaned in toward the camera and whispered, you'll regret this. And oh, she made sure I did. Letters, threats, notices stacked in my mailbox like junk flyers. And then came the breaking point. One weekend I was out of town visiting family. My neighbor, Frank, kept an eye on the place. When I came back, he was waiting at the gate, red-faced. Ben, you're not gonna believe this. They threw a damn party in your barn. I thought he was exaggerating, until I saw it. Streamers in the trees, plastic cups all over the grass, tables dragged across my workshop floor. My tools shoved aside. Worst of all, one of my wasp enclosures, tampered with. The lid cracked open, poked like it was some kind of novelty. That was the moment something in me snapped. You can call me stubborn, but trespassing on my property, mocking my family's work, poking at creatures I've raised and respected, that wasn't just disrespect. That was war. I took the evidence straight to the sheriff. Photos, security footage, even a clip of Claudia sipping wine in my barn like it was her personal clubhouse. He sighed, shook his head, and said, they'll lawyer up. They'll call it a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding. My jaw still aches from how tight I clenched it that night. So I made a plan. I let them think I was backing down. Let them sneak back in. And when they did, I slammed the barn doors shut and let the wasps deliver justice. Their screams, the pounding on the walls, the sound of panic, it wasn't pretty. But it was fair. Of course, Claudia didn't crawl away humbled. She came back swinging. Next morning, I found a letter accusing me of reckless endangerment. Me, the guy who hadn't even invited them in the first place. The gall almost made me laugh. Almost. That's when I called in my neighbor Frank and my cousin David, who happens to be a lawyer. Frank shook his head when he saw the letter. Man, they're trying to paint you as the villain. You need to flip the script. So I did. Posted the footage online. Claudia with her champagne glass, her cronies knocking over my tools, my no trespassing signs ripped down in the dirt. The town lit up like fireworks. Half the folks were furious at her. The other half tried to defend her. But for once, she wasn't controlling the story. When she stormed up to my gate, heels clicking against the gravel, she spat. What the hell do you think you're doing? Exposing the truth, I said, leaning on the fence. You're blowing this out of proportion. It was a harmless community gathering. I played the video right there on my phone, her handing my honey jar to a guest like she was royalty. Her name tag in full view. That doesn't look harmless to me, I told her. Her face drained of color. For the first time, she looked rattled. But she hissed back. You'll regret this. We have lawyers. We have influence. You're just one man with a barn and some bugs. Wasps, I corrected. And I've got more than that. I've got the truth. Her mask cracked then. Not broken. Not yet. But I could see the fear behind her eyes. That should have been enough. But Claudia wasn't wired to quit. She filed bogus complaints, spread rumors that I was weaponizing insects, even crept onto my land in the dead of night with a can of pesticide in her hand. I caught her, flashlight beam landing square on her face. Drop it, I barked. For the first time ever, her voice shook. They're dangerous. You're putting everyone at risk. No, I told her, stepping closer. You're the danger. You broke into my barn, trashed my property, lied to the county, and now you're trying to kill what doesn't belong to you. She dropped the can. My cameras caught every second. That was her breaking point. From there, things unraveled fast. County inspectors cleared my farm. The HOA board turned on her. Whispers of misusing funds and dragging the whole neighborhood into chaos. Eventually, they voted her out, packed her bags, moved away with her head low and her empire in ashes. I wish I could say that was the end, but life doesn't tie itself in neat bows. I still had to take the HOA to court. Trespass, property damage, harassment. We won. Settlement check big enough to repair the barn and expand the farm. Neighbors who once avoided me now wave from their driveways. Some even bring pie. And that barn, it's still standing, stronger than ever, humming with the steady buzz of wasps, my strange little allies in this war. But here's the thing. Every time I look across at those cookie-cutter houses in Pine Valley, I wonder, did I win, or did I just survive? Did justice really land? Or is it just waiting to crawl out again in another form, with another face, another Claudia? Maybe that's the real lesson. Boundaries matter, and when people try to erase them, you either fold or you fight back. So tell me, what do you think? Was I right to use the wasps, or did I go too far? Was Claudia just drunk on power, or was I just too stubborn to share? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this fight might be over, but I promise you, the debate isn't.